Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome to a new video. I tell you what, this is a rough and ready video for you guys today. We are in my garden shed. If you've been watching the videos recently, you'll know I'm getting loads of work done in the house. I'm running around from work. I'm actually out tonight as well, but I had to jump on and talk about this one with regard to Manchester City, the rule of APT and fair market value for sponsorship on clubs. And could Newcastle be heading towards that green light to finally see some proper Saudi spending? As we all know, Man City's gone through the various charges, the 115 points. This falls slightly separate to that. This is a rule that was actually pretty much brought out to stop Newcastle United, and it's all about clubs dealing with sponsors. Even when we are looking to bring Adidas on board, looking to get the sponsorship with Seller, it's all having to be ran through the Premier League, so they can tell us or any other Premier League team what they deem to be a fair market value for a sponsorship, or for a, as I say, for a naming right, for a training ground right, for a shirt sponsor. Well, there was set to be a vote on that today, and the media are claiming that Man City may have, well, potentially got a little win under their belt with regard to this one. It was agendaed to be voted on, and it's thought to be that it's no longer present. It's no longer going to be voted on, and I think it's because basically Man City have put their stall out to show why they should be able to do whatever the hell they want, and they shouldn't have to be ruled on by the Premier League. And look, I'm no legal expert, but if I was going to go out and sell something, here we go, may as well make use of the props in the shed. If I was going to go out and sell you this this spade, whatever it is, who are you to tell me what I can sell it for? At the end of the day, it's almost. And again, I don't want to get too deep into this one, but trying to kind of round it off a little bit. Legally in the world of business, you know, who's to say who you can't deal with? If I wanted to go out and sell all of my spades for £200 a pop, because someone's willing to pay for it, who are Asda, Tesco, or anybody else, to come down and go, well, hang on, Rob, we only sell our spades for a £5, so you're only allowed to sell yours for a £5 as well. Like that isn't the world. That isn't the world of business. And I would, if I was going to take a guess, or maybe you could look at it as a stab in the dark, but if I was going to guess, I would say that Man City have turned around and gone, look, at the end of the day, this is our business. We pump money into this. We're trying to make money out of this, and you're going to be the person to tell us that we can't. Obviously, where does this badge come into it? Well, as we know already, even with regard, I think transfers is a slightly different story, but I think it could possibly start to come under the same thing. We know that the likes of Saint Maximin, that was having to be properly vetted before we sold him off to another a club. I think that's potentially a grey area, but I think that the big thing here is that we all saw it with Mike Ashley. We all saw it under the previous tenure. Nobody was bothered then. You know, nobody said to us, "Well, hang on, Mike. How much? What about the other way? You know, what was the fair market value on what was like allegedly thought to be that Newcastle weren't getting, probably getting less than fair market value for the Sports Direct signs in the stadium? You know, because that was all profit into the owner. But as soon as it's the other way around, and we're looking to try and bring sponsors in from Seller, trying to bring sponsors in from Noon on the badge, potentially going out and doing other deals, we were being pushed down and hampered by that. And this is very early on, and as I say, it is media reported. Currently, I think I've seen it in the Times so far this afternoon, and the Daily Mail, both reporting the same thing. So let's not try and jump in with 2 feet just yet, but it's an early sign that Newcastle could well be in, you know, following off the back of. And I think that's why this is so big. Obviously, it's the Man City case, and I think in terms of the 115 points and all that other stuff, I don't think that's going to be overnight. I think that will take some time, even for this sponsorship, fair market value, APT stuff. I don't think we're going to turn around tomorrow and find out, oh, yeah, you can do it. I think that there will be time before it to come. but I think it's definitely a big step in the right direction, and that's what, you know, pretty much, I've no doubt Amanda Stavely and Murdad were telling the PIF that they could come in and they could make a difference, and we've seen literally this summer window where we bought no one. Oh, hang on, forgive me, we bought 5 goalies and Kelly on a free, but that wasn't where we want to be. The safe and proper owners checks. Look, because if you want to take the next side of things, it's like, what is fair in football, you know, and who should be allowed to spend more, who shouldn't, and kind of all that kind of thing, and you know, there is some part of me, you know, not really anymore. That's what the point I'm going to make is that in the Premier League, you want it to remain competitive. You want everybody to compete. And that's the beauty of English football, is that anybody can beat anybody. There is a constant amount of competitiveness, but the thing is, what they've done here is that they aren't promoting the competitiveness. They are totally stemming the competitiveness. They are stopping teams like Newcastle, who do have money, or even other teams. Villa getting up into the Champions League this season. You know, some of those teams don't like that. Whereas if this does go through, it gives Man City the chance to go, well, we're going to do whatever the hell we want, and it could potentially give Newcastle that chance as well. And in terms of being fair and whatever, like, I think those days are gone. I think football's changed. I don't think it's ever going to be the same again. But what I know is, when I'm the one wearing the badge and we're the one with the billionaire owners, I like to be on this side of it. You know, you could argue that some of the other teams in the league could look at it and go, oh dear, because the lower side of the table, who maybe don't have the money, the Bournemouths, etc. But then really, it's not kicking them. It will be kicking Manchester United, Arsenal, potentially teams who have the money, but they don't necessarily want to throw it all in. So yes, early stages, but potentially a big green light for Newcastle. If only this green light had come just before the start of the summer window, and then maybe we could have made a little bit more of it. But as I've said to you guys a million times before, we're going to be fans of this club for a very long time, and hopefully, you know, as much as Man City have been the team who've landed themselves in it, you know, to some degree, I'm happy that Newcastle have kind of toed the line and we aren't the ones under fire. But if Man City are the team who, as I say, put all their legal force into it, can generate the answers that they want, you know, we're just stood in the wings waiting. Oh yeah, good shout, Man City. We'll be flying in straight after to try and see if we can go ahead and throw our hat in the ring and throw a bit of money in there as well. So yes, early days, but I've got a feeling, never mind this season on the football, that there's going to be a lot more coming out of this one, and fingers crossed Newcastle can, you know, get involved with the big boys, you know, as quickly as possible. We've done it on the pitch, you know. That's the thing. That's what's frustrating, is we've really, even when we've toed the line, we've been up there. We've seen Champions League. We were only points away from European football last season. Even the start of this season, despite the game against Fulham, we've made a great crack at it. But imagine if, you know, the new training ground sponsored by Sellers, you know, or whatever, finally starting to really get the owners into full swing and putting a bit of pressure on some of these other guys where we've been unable to do so. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on this, as I say, media reported update. It's exciting. Yeah, I'm hoping that when all's said and done, that Newcastle will come out of this in good favour. And if you're enjoying the new background, I'm sure you're not, let me know down in the comments as well. But enjoy the rest of your evening. Big game against Manchester City as it happens this Saturday. So looking forward to that one. I will be there. The vlogs, the reactions will all be there as normal. So if you're not subscribed, be sure to go ahead and hit that button. Thank you for watching, guys. Need to get sorted and head out, and I'll catch you later.